Last time, we saw that the girls in Rahul's college make him transformation into a girl and make him attended to the college as girl and also took him to the hall for shopping, and the story continues. As they entered the mall, the girls went straight to the clothing store. They picked out a variety of dresses, skirts, and innerwear for Riya to try on. The girls helped her change into each outfit and gave her tips on how to pose and walk like a girl. Riya was amazed at how natural she felt in the dresses and skirts, and how they accentuated her curves. The girls also took Riya to the makeup section and showed her how to apply different shades of lipstick, blush, and eyeshadow. They helped her pick out the perfect shade of foundation to match her skin tone and taught her how to contour her face to give the appearance of a more feminine jawline and cheekbones. After a long day of shopping and trying on different clothes, the girls decided to take Riya to a fancy restaurant for dinner. Riya was nervous about eating in public as a girl, but the girls assured her that it was all part of the experience. During dinner, the girls taught Riya how to eat like a lady. They showed her how to hold her fork and knife, how to take small bites, and how to chew with her mouth closed. They also showed her how to cover her body when she leaned forward to avoid any accidental exposure. By the end of the day, Riya had transformed into a beautiful and confident girl. She had learned so much about how to behave and dress like a girl, and had grown to appreciate the challenges that girls face on a daily basis. She was grateful to the girls for showing her a new perspective on life, and was excited to continue her journey as a girl. As they headed back home, the girls could see the transformation in Riya's confidence and demeanor. They knew that their plan had worked, and that they had successfully taught Rahul a valuable lesson. They were happy to have a new friend in Riya, and knew that they would always be there to support her on her journey as a girl. Rahul, or rather Riya now, woke up early in the morning, feeling a bit groggy after the previous day's activities. But as soon as he opened his eyes, he remembered everything that had happened and felt a sudden sense of dread wash over him. He looked down at himself, still in the sari and the bun hairstyle, and felt a bit uncomfortable. But he knew that he had to do what was expected of him. He quickly freshened up, put on some sindoor and a big bindi on his forehead, and went to the kitchen to start making breakfast for the girls. As soon as he entered the kitchen, he felt a pang of anxiety. He had never cooked before, and he had no idea how to make the dishes that the girls had asked for, but he knew that he had to try his best. He started by making tea, which he had made before. Then, he started cutting the vegetables for the first dish, all the while struggling to manage his sari and the pallu that kept slipping off his shoulder. He felt a bit clumsy, but he managed to get the dish done in time. Next up was the second dish, which was a bit more complicated. He had to follow the recipe that the girls had given him, and he had to do it perfectly. He chopped the vegetables, added the spices, and started cooking. He was constantly checking the recipe and making sure that he was doing everything right. Finally, he started on the third dish, which was the most difficult of all. He had never made it before, and he had to follow the recipe to the letter. He chopped the vegetables, mixed the spices, and started cooking. He was constantly tasting the dish to make sure that it was perfect. After a couple of hours, he had managed to make all the dishes. He served them to the girls, who were pleasantly surprised at his cooking skills. He sat down with them to eat, all the while making sure that his pallu was covering his chest properly, and that he wasn't speaking too much. After breakfast, the girls assigned him the task of cleaning the house. He started by sweeping the floors, dusting the furniture, and wiping the surfaces. He was constantly adjusting his sari and trying to manage his hair, which kept getting in his face. After he was done with cleaning, it was time to prepare lunch. He had to repeat the same process as breakfast, and this time he was a bit more confident. He had gotten used to the sari and the pallu, and he was able to move around more easily. After lunch, he washed the dishes and clothes, which was another new experience for him. He had never done laundry before, and he was a bit nervous about it. But he managed to get the job done, all the while feeling exhausted. In the evening, the girls took him to the market to buy vegetables for dinner. He was a bit nervous about going out in public in a sari, but the girls assured him that it was okay. They even made him wear bangles and payal to complete the look. Finally, after a long day of work, he started preparing for dinner. He was a bit tired, but he knew that he had to get the job done. He cooked the dishes, served them to the girls, and then washed the dishes once again. As he lay down on the bed that night, he felt a sense of accomplishment. He had managed to do everything that the girls had asked of him, and he had done it well. But he also felt a sense of relief, knowing that he wouldn't have to do it again anytime soon. After 3 days of living as a girl, Rahul realized how difficult it was to be a woman in society. He learned to appreciate and respect the struggles that women faced daily. He apologized to the girls for his behavior and promised to change his ways. From that day onwards, Rahul became a changed person. He started treating women with respect and stopped passing any derogatory comments. He became friends with the girls who had transformed him and would often join them in their activities, even dressing up as a girl. The girls had succeeded in their plan to teach Rahul a lesson, and he had become a better person because of it. The end.